Good morning! I am gonna get ready and we are gonna talk about the fact that I'm actually gonna take a little bit of a break. I know nobody's more surprised. Actually, I think my husband might be more surprised than me. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break, a breather, and we're gonna talk about it. Also, I'm gonna do my makeup. I have makeup in front of me and one of them is new. The rest is just stuff that I enjoy using. This is from Huda Beauty. I bought the new foundation. I bought it in Latte 300N. I actually went in store. I feel like I have a fiber in my face. I went in store to shade match myself. So I should have gotten a good shade. Right? This looks like a good shade. I still am having my summer tan on. Also, how cute is this top? I just bought this top. It is so cute. If it's still available, I will link down below. So this one has 1.5% niacinamide. I will say I prefer when foundations don't have skincare in them, but for me, niacinamide is actually one of the ingredients that my skin loves. Keeps my skin clear. It keeps my skin smooth. I see a very big difference in texture on my skin when I stop using niacinamide. So I'm not complaining in that way. But okay, here's the thing. I'm going on vacation. I know we're all very surprised. I have been going on a lot of trips this year. And I mean, most of the trips have been more like, I don't want to say business trips, but it's been like trips that I've done, like group trips, which in a way there are vacation because we're just hanging out, we're having a good time. And it's not something that I do as like part of my job. I do some trips. I have one trip that I've done with Trova trip this year. We went to Italy and then we're going to Greece again next year. And that trip actually only has 4 spots left. Maybe I should let you know about that. I will link it down below. And those trips I do get compensated for. You know, like when you do like an affiliate code or something, you get a kickback for every time somebody uses your code. Trova Trip has a similar thing. And then we have the trips that me and Samantha do. We do like retreats. We just had one in Maine and we're already planning the one that we're gonna have next spring. And we might have already announced that as you're seeing that. And if we have, I will link that down below. Those trips are not like, they're not for profit. We don't make money, we break even. So even though those are like more for hanging out, it's not the same as just really just disconnecting, not worrying about YouTube or Instagram or the algorithm or like emails and deadlines and all of that. I haven't had a vacation where I don't work at all since... And I'm gonna be honest, YouTube was a side hustle for me from the very beginning. For me, I was very lucky. I got monetized my first month on YouTube, which is not very common. And I am very lucky that that happened to me. So I have had YouTube as a monetized hobby from the very beginning. And I have been uploading and working with my YouTube since the very beginning. So I haven't really had a vacation where I haven't worked or thought about, you know, checking my email, doing stuff like that for probably like 7 years or something, which is crazy. And with that being said, will this upcoming vacation with my husband be that? Probably not. Like, let's be honest. I will be uploading on YouTube. I already have some pre-filmed stuff. I will be checking my email. Of course, I have to. I did though hire someone to help me with customer service on Cinch because I own my own beauty brand, Cinch Beauty. It's this bunch, so there, don't look at this bunch. But we have brushes, we have blushes, we have sponges, we have poofs and makeup bags, and we are expanding. And I did hire someone to help me with customer service because I have been the one doing it so far. Can I just say, this is supposed to be a blurring foundation and my skin is looking flawless. As you can tell, it is like a smidgen lighter, but I also am at my tannest right now. So it's probably good that it is a smidgen lighter because it means that I will be able to use it during the winter. I think this was described as a light medium with a neutral undertone, which is what I have most of the time. But right now I'm very, very tan because I've been outdoors a lot this summer. So will I not be working during this vacation with my husband? No, but I am making a very conscious effort to keep it to a minimum. This looks so good. Did you hear that? My dog is kicking PR boxes under the table. It looks so good. Okay, we're gonna see how this one dries down. Now I'm just using some oldies but goodies. I'm going to did I say that? I'm going to Australia. So my husband, do you remember, if you've been here this long, please let me know down in the comments if you've been here this long. A really, really, really long time ago. A long time ago. Was this 2018? In 2018, me and my husband went to Japan together. He had a neuroscience conference in Kyoto, and I came there after, and we spent 2 weeks in Japan going around. We went to Kyoto, we went to Nara, we went to Tokyo, we went to a park outside of Tokyo and watched the waterfalls. We had a blast. I mean, clearly you can hear we had a blast. And actually that's where my husband proposed to me. He proposed to me on the Ferris wheel in Tokyo. It was lovely and just the trip of a lifetime. It literally was a trip of a lifetime. One of the best trips, if not the best trip I've ever had in my life. And now they're doing that conference. He's going again on that conference, but this time it is in Melbourne, Australia. That's the reason why we're going. We didn't just willy-nilly decide to go to Australia, but since he is going to this conference, his work is paying for him to go. They're paying for his flight tickets back and home, and he also showed them that the home ticket will be the same price even if he flies from a different city. So they actually are paying for his home ticket too, even though he's extending. And I am so grateful that they're doing that. So he's going to this conference in Melbourne, and they actually also allowed me to, he was able to upgrade to a bigger room so he could have me in there as well. So they're actually paying for my hotel the first week in Melbourne, and I'm also very excited about that. They booked him on a 5-star hotel, and I was like, what? Very excited. I think he is presenting as well something at this conference. I'm just very proud of my husband. If you didn't know, my husband is in academia. He is a neuroscientist, and he is going, I think this is either a neuroscientist conference or it is an alcohol behavior conference. It's one of the two, and it's one of the biggest ones in the world, and he's just very excited to be going. I think he's going with some co-workers, and it's going to be great. So in the first week in Melbourne, I actually will be filming and working because I'm gonna be at this hotel, he's gonna be at the conference. So I'm thinking I'm gonna film like a get ready with me in Australia. Maybe we can go makeup shopping together. That's what I was thinking. And also maybe like a trying the makeup that I bought. I'm gonna be filming a couple of videos basically gallivanting around Melbourne while I'm there on my own, because I do need to get a couple of more videos done for this trip because we are gone for so long. We also have someone that is house sitting our house, which makes me feel so good, you know, taking care of the pets, taking care of the house, taking care of the packages and the plants, because we're gone for quite a bit. So that makes me feel very good as well. I'm very happy that we have that. This person has been helping us before, so I'm very grateful that they're able to help us again. So we're staying in Melbourne for about a week. We're going to Penguin Island. Oh, so excited. We're gonna rent a car, and then after the conference is done, this is when I am planning to no longer work. Oh, this smells so good. It's a Too Faced bronzer. I will link everything that I'm using down below in case I am not making any sense throughout this video. I will link it down below, and through the YouTube shopping, you'll see it popping up. So we will be renting a car, and we're going to these different things. My husband has been planning this itinerary, and I'm very excited for us to see all of it. Did I have a hair here? I feel like I got a hair in my thingamabob. So we are also going, I don't remember, we're stopping somewhere. We're going after the conference is done. We're going from Melbourne to Sydney, but we're stopping somewhere in between for one night. I don't know where. And then there's like a lot of like nature things around Sydney, and I also want to see the opera house, and like I want to see the city. I want to like experience like Sydney a bit. And then we are going from Sydney to Brisbane, but we are stopping I think in 2 places in between, like spending one night at each, and now I don't remember which ones. One of them had some kind of a nature thing again that we were wanting to see, and then we are staying in Brisbane just for a couple of days, and then from Brisbane I am gonna fly direct. This is like, I told my friend Samantha about this trip, and she's like, are you okay? And I I don't think so. I think I'm like literally delusional. I am gonna fly straight from Brisbane to the trip that my friend Samantha is doing in Greece. So I'm gonna go on a plane in Brisbane. I'm gonna connect in Doha, and then I'm flying straight to Athens. And then I'm gonna be and that trip is like, it's a 24-hour trip, more than that, I think. And then I am gonna spend about a week and maybe 8 days or something in Greece. And then I'm going home from Greece to here, to Austin. So I'm going around the globe. If you're keeping up, I'm going around the globe because I'm going from Austin to San Francisco, from San Francisco to Melbourne. I'm doing the full lap, baby. Okay, it's gonna be great. Everything's gonna be swell. I don't know how I feel about this bronzer together with this foundation. I don't know if this was the right choice, but now we are here. I think it's because the foundation was so matte and blurring and the bronzer was not. That's good to know, that I think that this foundation actually will do better with non-liquid products and cream products, which is fun because all I have is liquid products. Actually, when we were in Maine, I got this one as a gift from one of you. This is mango daiquiri from made by Mitchell, and I had one of these blushes in yellow, which I didn't love because the color was just too yellow and it blended too easily, and it was like matte and sheer, and it wasn't the best. This one has some shimmer in it. I already tried it on my hand and it looked so cute. You know, she clearly knows I love a good orange blush, and she had made an order from Beauty Bay and she was thinking of me and she bought this one, and I'm so grateful because, like, look at that. Oh, I love a good orange blush. I still have not decided like what eyeshadow palette I'm wearing today. I wish I could ask you. I wish I could ask you and be like, what do you think? Sometimes I wish that these were live and I can just be like, friends, tell me, what should I be using? Give me a suggestion. I think I'm gonna be powdering a little bit on the sides, but I might see how much it like dries down while I do my brows. But I am so excited. But like, here's the thing. Australia is coming into spring now, and I was talking to Kat from Beauty News, because she lives in Melbourne, and we said we were gonna try and meet up, which I really hope we have the ability to do because we've been talking for so long, and I love the Beauty News girls. I think that Haley lives in Perth, which is just on the other side. It's the wrong direction from where we are going, but I asked her about the temperature, and she was basically saying that like it can be a little chilly during night because we're going there when they're going into spring, so you definitely need a jacket and like a long sleeve. So I'm gonna try and pack a good for that. But the thing is that when I'm going to Greece, we're still gonna be in the mid 70s, high 80s because we're going to Crete. So I'm like, how am I gonna pack for these different destinations? And I'm gone for so long. It's crazy. And yeah, Ricardo is flying back from Brisbane to Austin. So he's going to be back home and back to work before I get back. I need to ask him if he needs to like pick up something new for the trip, if he like has everything he needs, or if he's like, maybe I'll need something more. Still love this highlighter from Dior. So we are gonna use a little bit of that because it's such a nice one. I have it in Peachy. I just think it's a gorgeous. This orange cheek is so fun right now when I don't have any other makeup on. Actually, when I was at Sephora, I bought this Freckle Beauty. I think this is a mini of their Freckle pan. This is the Freck OG. And I thought it was so cute that they had a mini. I was like, I want to try the mini. I do like doing some freckles at times. And I really like, are we gonna try and do some? Just a little bit. I know it's not for everyone, but I actually really like it. Oh, that actually looks... That looks good. I did a little bit of lip liner too, and look how nice the freckles look. They were not as easy to use because you had to dip in a couple of times, but they actually ended up looking really cute. And I did lip liner because I realized I was lying to you. I do have another new product, and this is the Makeup Forever new matte lipstick. They sent me a couple of these, and they have been like expanding some of their favorite shade, like Wherever Walnut, Anywhere Caffeine, Endless Cacao, like a couple of those shades they have been like expanding on. And they brought out these matte lipsticks, and I dropped this one. I dropped it as I was taking pictures of it. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm keeping this one, because sometimes I'll take a picture of something and leave it untouched. And if I end up using it, you know, it's mine, I keep it. And if I end up never swatching it or using it, I'll just donate it or give it away. But this one, oh, yeah, some piece is coming off. Oops. This one I dropped. So I'm like, I guess this is mine. This is definitely like a comfort matte. It goes on very smooth and almost silicone-y, but in a nice way. You know what? That's pretty nice. Was this Anywhere Caffeine, right? Yes, this is Anywhere Caffeine. It's a little darker than I usually go for. And that's one of the things that I feel like sometimes, and I say this from a personal perspective, because this is like one of their most popular lip liners made into a lip color. I wish lip liners went a little lighter. I wish there was a lip liner that was just a hint lighter, because I like lining my lips with something that's like my lips but better, but they never go lighter unless they are like baby pink, and I don't want that. So this is, I think, their lightest beige color, and as you can tell, it's not super light. The lip liner I was using was actually, I think this is Hazelnut. Yeah, Hazelnut by ABH. It is a little lighter, but I would like something that's even, like a smidge lighter. This is just, who cares? Nobody cares. I care. So I'm gonna do my eyeshadow, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna go and raid, I was gonna say raid my closet, but I'm gonna go raid my pile of palettes that I see over here that I'm in the process of reviewing, and I'm gonna snag one up and I'm gonna use it again. Maybe I'll snag two. Maybe we'll do a combo. I love mixing and matching palettes. You know what? Let's do that. One thing I noticed about this lipstick, it tastes a little bit like when you accidentally spray yourself in your mouth with hairspray. Not my favorite, not my favorite. So I dug out two palettes that I want to use again. So I want to use, remember when I used this palette and I said I was really wanting to try the neutral row here, because this like duochrome, it's like a pink, peach, gold, green situation. I really want to use that one. So I think we're going to use these two and this one. And I kind of want to do, and I don't know how this is going to look. This might be awful, but I kind of want to use, because I had this yellow pastel in here. You know, I love a yellow pastel. I want to use this one in the inner corner, and maybe we'll do like a murky green lower lash line. This is what I'm thinking. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but wish me luck. Something else, and I know that I've talked about this a little bit, but I don't know that I've like fully told you like my fleshed out thoughts about this. One of the things that I am gonna start doing is that I'm gonna start doing book content, like booktube content on my second channel. One of the things that I have realized is that I fell out of love with everyday vlogging. Like, I don't like watching it anymore, and I don't like doing it anymore. I realized that I enjoy my life the most when I can just, you know, be myself at home, enjoy spending time with my husband, enjoy spending time with my friends, enjoy just, you know, being off work and just chilling in the couch, eating a little snackily snack, having a drink, just hanging out. I enjoy doing it, but I realized I didn't enjoy vlogging it anymore. I felt like I didn't want to share my entire life, and I also stopped enjoy watching it. Let me actually get a smaller mirror because that was ridiculous. It was heavy. It's heavy to hold. But I've had a few like really big interests throughout my life. One of them is makeup. I love makeup long before I found the makeup community on YouTube. I had a makeup vanity and a pretty big makeup collection before I found the makeup community on YouTube and on Instagram, I already was a makeup girly. So for me, finding the makeup community was like finding home. I was like, these are my people. This is where I'm supposed to be. And I felt the same when I found like BookTube and Book Talk. I was like, these are my people. These are people who just love to read and talk about books. And I've been enjoying talking about books with my friends, especially some of my friends that have the same taste in books as me. And I now have friends that read a lot. And another one of my big interests is gaming. But I've said that I don't want to share my gaming online, basically because gaming is probably my true love. My first love is the thing that I did together with my family. It's the thing where I found some of my closest friends. It is just something that I would like to keep for myself. And also, I always explain this when I talk to people that like, why don't you start like gaming? And it's like, I want to keep a hobby for me. I don't want to monetize everything that I do. I want to keep something for me. And also, I'm going to be totally honest with you. A little bit of a toxic gamer. I'm not super calm, collected, and nice when I'm gaming, especially if it's a game that I am good at, and I don't know if I want to share that side of me. I am a really, like, what you see on YouTube is what you get. I am sarcastic, I am positive, I am bubbly, I am outgoing, I am positive, I have a dry sense of humor. I don't mind making fun of myself. I don't even mind people laughing at me as long as I'm like somewhat like in charge of the narrative. If you've ever seen some of the skits that me and Samantha March put up, we're just making fun of each other, and a lot of them is like, I'm gonna be honest, I mean, most of them are not even true. I am, though, a very protective friend, and if I see my friend talking to a bad guy, I will tell them to leave. But like, we did one, for example, that was like, you know, having a resting bitch face when you're like listening to people, and like, I'll put it up here so that you can see. That one is totally an act. None of us is that person. I'm not that person. If you've ever met me, I feel like I am a really friendly and nice person. I'm very social. I love being around people. I love meeting new people. But I also don't mind poking fun at myself or like just putting myself out there, because like life is short and it's not that deep. It is not that deep. And I am the person who always believes the best in people. I even have a tattoo. Is it on this side? I think it is on this side. And it says, when in doubt, love. Basically, that is it's my naive tattoo. I'd rather be naive than cynical. I'd rather believe the best in people and them having me prove me wrong, and at least I like them at some point, than believing the worst in people and them having to prove me like that they're actually nice. I don't want to be that person. So I'm always like super open-minded, and I like meeting new people. And I don't mind if people like, if you don't like me, you don't like me, that's totally fine. But I am probably gonna assume the best of you before I really get to know you than the opposite. And I will say, for me, there's very few things that are like turn-offs for me with people. One of the things that is a big turn-off, now we're like really off, like I don't know how we ended up here, but one of the things that is a true turn-off for me with people is when they talk shit about other people. You know, they talk about the person that's not there. They're like mean gossiping. I can't do it. It brings me down, and it makes me realize that when I'm not there, you're probably talking about me. And I have had enough of people of that, like that in my life. I want the positive people around me. And I've really gathered a lot of positive people around me. And with reading, it's actually my mom who got me into reading. My mom is a super, super avid reader, and she's been my entire life. We used to have a small library when I grew up. So I would just like literally read through all of my mom's books. I read like everything from the Iliad to Jackie Collins. I read everything my mom had. Yes, I actually read the Iliad as a kid, and my mom's like, oh, okay. I read Lord of the Rings. I read so many things when I was like younger, because I moved away from home when I was 15. But I always have loved reading. And I've also like, I'm very lucky that like my husband is also very into reading. He doesn't read as fast as me, but he really likes reading. And we have actually read a lot of the same books as well, so that we can talk about it. It's really fun. It's really fun. One of my husband's favorite books is actually The Expanse. It was made into a TV series that's on Amazon. If you have not seen the series, you really should. And if you love reading, The Expanse is one of his favorite series. And also he reads a lot of like nonfiction books about like psychology and stuff like that, because that's like his job. But it's been really fun being able to discuss books. And now having found, I prefer BookTube over Book Talk, because Book Talk is like, I want to hear people talk about books. My favorite, I think her name is Lexi. I love her channel. Remind me and I will put her down below. She is such a good reviewer, and her way with the English language makes me wish that I could talk like that. She is so funny, she's so witty. She is the moment. But it made me realize that all of those discussions that I was having with my friends about books, I should put those somewhere. So some of them I started putting on Instagram stories, and I got so much feedback from you saying how much you enjoyed it and how many recommendations you got from the books that I've read. And I'm like, wait, am I onto something? Are people appreciating this? And then I started looking more into like long form content of like book reviews. I did a couple of shorts about like book things as well, and they did really good on my Instagram. I'm like, I think I'm on to something. I think that not only am I enjoying this, people seem to enjoy it too. And I was like, since I don't want to do everyday vlogs anymore on my second channel, and I love having a second channel because the stakes are so low, I just do whatever I want, it's delightful. I was like, maybe I should do book content instead. And I started realizing that a lot of the videos that I enjoy watching on YouTube, I'm like, I can do this. I can do this exact same thing myself. There is nothing stopping me. Oh, I love. That is delightful. There's nothing stopping me from doing this content myself. And I really love the reading vlogs where they come in at like, I've read 25%, this is how I feel so far, and they give like non-spoiler like thoughts about the book as they're reading it. I love the reading wrap-ups. I love the dedicated reviews. I love the like the books that they're about to read. Is it the to be read list, TBR list? I'm really enjoying the book hauls. I was like, wait, this is the kind of content that we like used to do on YouTube before, but it's thriving in the book scene. And I'm like, is this for me? Is this for me? Is this what I should be doing? And I just got so inspired that I'm like, I'm gonna start doing this. I am gonna go on my vacation first though. So first vacation, but then I am gonna start posting book content. Don't expect, not like this channel. I'm not gonna do 3 a week, like that's not happening. But maybe 1 a week, maybe just talking about books. Because I do read a lot. But I also am like, do I read as much as these other book girlies do? No. Because like reading isn't my job, it's my hobby. Because sometimes I will see these like reading wrap-ups and they read like 11 books in a month. And that's not me. That is not me. Because like I don't have time for that. I really don't. I love reading and I read fast. And some months I do read a lot of books. Like I read the entire ACOTAR series in 2 weeks, in less than 2 weeks. And so sometimes I do read a lot and it really does get to be a lot of books. But I also feel like maybe it's a little bit more realistic if it's like, listen, I read 4 books this month, or I read 5 books this month. Because again, not all of us have that many books that we can read. But I'm also the kind of person that when I read, I get like super into a genre. And then I'm like so into that genre that it's honestly gets hard for me to read anything else. I'm gonna do this now. The Awaken. I don't even know if this is gonna go with this, but hopefully. So yeah, I hope you're gonna like it. And if you don't worry. It's going to be on my second channel. It's not going to be littering up this channel. I'm not doing that instead of this. But I will say, and I've said this to several of my friends, the way that I feel about planning my booktube content is the same way that I felt in the beginning with YouTube. The way that I felt when I started doing makeup YouTube, I have that same feeling in my stomach where I'm like, I cannot wait to start. I cannot wait to post. I cannot wait to talk about this. I have so many ideas. I feel so motivated. And with that being said, it's not that I'm not motivated with my normal channel, because I am. I love makeup so much, but I'm so excited to have found something more, because like the more the merrier. The more things that you have in your life to make you excited about, the better. I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for this year. I've had such a fun year, and I will still be doing my travel vlogs because I do love vlogging when I'm traveling and keeping that and like looking at it when I get back home. I love editing my travel vlogs so much. They are so much fun. So I will still be doing those on my second channel. I think I'm just gonna, oh yeah, that turned out super good. So I'm still gonna be doing the travel vlogs because I still love those so much. I still have not decided if I am gonna be vlogging Australia. Part of me knows that if I don't, I will regret not having the footage. I know myself. While simultaneously, that is so cute. While simultaneously, I also know that part of me would enjoy just being on the trip. So I think I am gonna vlog, but I'm gonna vlog pretty chill. And I think that that will be like a good option for me. Like not doing it too... like doing it when I feel like it, and like capturing stuff for me, stuff that I would like to remember. Because one of my favorite vlogs that I've ever done, and I did 2 vlogs, was my Japan vlogs. And I am like, I would hate for the opportunity to go missed to do a vlog that I would really love, and a vlog that I would love to go back to, because I do actually myself go back to my Japan vlog every now and then and watch it and just reminisce about like how great that trip was and how I would like to go back. It's actually on both me and my husband's bucket list, is to go back to Japan one day. It was truly just such an amazing trip. So my makeup is done, and I feel like this turned into really fun, like neutral with a twist because of this like little yellow thing that's going on. I'm using this is a Makeup Revolution Streamline eyeliner in yellow. That's what's on my waterline, and I'm kind of enjoying it. I'm kind of feeling it. So I don't know if this video made sense at all. I think what I really wanted to say about this video is like, I'm taking a break. There will be, I'm taking a break, but you will still see videos, but I will not be as active on social media. I will be doing the bare minimum because quite honestly, I need a break. We all need to take a break from our job every now and then. Even if we love our job, we all need to take a break. If nothing else, to take a step back and to just look at it from an outsider perspective. Like, I'm not doing this work right now. Is there anything I would like to change? Is there anything I would like to add or withdraw? And also like with Sinch, of course, like I am so in Sinch right now, developing new products, new projects, trying to get this to be even more the brand of my dreams. And I think I just need to spend some time with my husband looking at it from like an outside perspective almost, because sometimes you get so caught up in things, and especially when you are working for yourself, you could work 24/7 if you wanted to. And sometimes I do. And it's not good for you. Even though you love it, you can still burn out on something that you really love. And I keep talking about this a lot. And I will say, my work-life balance this year has been probably the best it has been since I started doing YouTube. It's probably been the best year for that. I have been able to truly take weekends off and relax. Of course, it's been a little hectic at some points because I've been traveling, but now the one thing I need to add to the mix is how do I truly detach myself and actually take a break? So you might not see me as much in the comments. You might not see me as much active on Instagram, but trust me, I will be back full force. I cannot wait to talk about the trips that I'm doing. I will at least be vlogging Greece, and I'll try and vlog Australia as well, but maybe not as thoroughly as I will be vlogging Greece. And if you do want to hang with me and if you want to go to Greece together with us, like I said, there is a couple of spots left for next year Greece. It's going to be the 31st of May, so I will leave info about that down below as well. Group travel isn't for everyone. Not everybody wants to travel in a big group. Not everybody wants to travel like that. I love traveling in all kinds of different ways. I like traveling by myself. I like traveling with a friend. I love traveling in a group. I love traveling with strangers. I love super organized trips. I like trips that are organized by someone else. I like just willy-nilly. Sometimes me and my husband will just get tickets and hotel room and we have nothing planned on the trip. We literally once went on a trip where we bought the guide for the country and read it on the plane there. I love those trips. I love all kinds of trips, but not all kinds of trips are for everyone. So just take that into consideration. How do you like traveling? How organized do you want things to be? Do you want to travel with others or not? All of that makes a difference in like when you're planning a trip. But yeah, I hope you're having an amazing, amazing time. When this video is going up, I'm actually already on my way. I've already left. So if you don't see me in the comments, it's because I am on an airplane and the person that's house sitting our house is here right now. I will miss my house and I will miss my pets, but I'm also so ready for adventure. And I'll see you when I get back. I will have pre-filmed videos though. That's gonna pop up. I've actually had some really fun videos pre-filmed, so I hope you're gonna like them, but I'll see you soon again. Bye!